Hey everyone, welcome to the S&P 500 update that I want to give today. This is February 28th, 2020, even though the title says February 26th. I apologize, I'll need to fix that. But of course, before I get started in any of this, what I'm about to go through isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm giving my opinion on the market. Therefore, you are responsible for your own trades, manage your own risk, doing your own research. Again, this is just my opinion on the market. I'm going to go into a chart that I haven't really updated in a while. So we're going to go ahead and make some of these updates, take a look at things, and I'm going to talk about what I think is potentially coming here in the next few weeks. Let's go ahead and get into the charts. All right, so what I've got from up here at the top, I've got our top here at about, 339 or so. We didn't quite make 340 or 350 like we were kind of hoping for. We just fell off the deep end. And so, the title of this video is why are markets up today? Because we actually have had a pretty significant move to the upside today from the lows that we got. And, we take a look at these, prior pivots. All right, so we take a look at prior pivots, and I've marked off the significant pivots to pay attention to. It's quite obvious we've made a new low, or rather a lower low. We had consecutive higher low after higher low after higher low after higher low, and now we were wondering if this was going to be our next higher low, but we just kind of fell off. We fell off the deep end, and for the last all week we've been basically selling off. So now, why is this candle here green today? Why are we looking positive today? That's what I want to go through, and I want to show you guys something. I'm going to remove a lot that we've got here in the chart. I'm not going to get into an Elliott count here because it's just really messy. I have to go down to like a 15-minute time frame to really count this, and it's just not pretty. But what I can say here is we definitely have a wave 1, a wave 2, and a wave 3. So now, I'm wondering was this an A, a B, a C, or was this an A, B, C into an A? Now we're going to go into a B, and then we're going to go into the C. Now that still remains to be seen. I tend to believe that this was the top of a 5 wave, and now we're working on a corrective pattern. And obviously we have lots of velocity as we're moving down. And actually, if I pull up my volume, take a look at the volume basically since right here, which is August of 2019. So from right here, we had a little bit of chop, and then we broke up to the upside. Volume died off, and we really haven't had a whole lot of volume in this rally until, what is this, February 21st. The volume has just increased significantly. And if you take a look at it, there's been so much volume. Today's been pretty green. Today has actually been pretty significant as far as, an upside accumulation move goes. But we've just had so much volume over the last week. It's really dwarfed anything that we've seen, except for all the way back here, where we were seeing at the end of December of 2018, where we saw the sell-off and then a nice recovery here. I am of the opinion that we are close to a bottom, if not already bottomed, at least temporarily. And what I mean by that is, let's just take a look. I'm going to take the Fibonacci tool. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to blow away everything on this chart, and I'm going to go to a daily time frame just to keep things nice and clean, because there's a lot that's going on in this chart. But let's just take a look here. I'm going to take Fibonacci, and I'm going to go from the bottom right here, and I'm going to go up to the top, which is right here at 339.08. And I'm going to pull up a template I have for my Elliott wave, and I can see here that I've got the 382 sitting here at 294.41. which are currently trading under, and we have the 50 sitting down here at 281.84. Now, we are close to that. We haven't quite gotten there yet, so it is still possible we have another move down. If I go to linear scale and not log scale, we basically hit the 50. We hit the 50, and again, going back to log scale, we're just like a front run of the 50, depending on whether you want to look at logarithmic or if you want to look at linear. That's really your call. But now, if I go to an hourly time frame, which is what I do for crypto, and take a look at all of the stochastics that we feel are important to us. We've got the 12-hour, or in this case, the daily, because the stock market doesn't run on a 24 hours a day like crypto does. So any of these 12 hours are going to really be based off of a daily. We have the hourly and the 3-hour. All three of these are all down in oversold conditions. So of course, this does not mean that the price has to immediately rebound, even though today we have seen so far, a bit of a rebound. I say so far because we still have a few hours left in the trading session, and if you look at prior days, it is very possible that we see suckers rally, sell off, suckers rally, sell off, suckers rally, sell off. We could be having a suckers rally before another sell off. We have to acknowledge that that is a real possibility. But as long as we continue trading above the 50% on a logarithmic scale, which is at 281.84, I think we're going to be going for a rebound. Okay, and a rebound just meaning a true suckers rally. Okay, so let's just say for a moment that we did bottom out today. Chances are pretty good we're going to come back up to 311. Very possible that we come back to 304. If we do go all the way down to if we go all the way down to the 50 on a log scale, means we've got to move back down to approximately 280. Likely it's going to be just a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5 to come back down to 270, and then we'll see that. But if this is done, we're going to come back up to that 309, 310. This cluster based off of this cluster over here, let me just go ahead and outline this. Very possible this is where we're going to run into resistance. And that fits pretty well. If I move this back up to here, the 50 is sitting, right at this resistance level, which is, was prior support on this day back on February 26th. It's also the median of this cluster over here. So coming back to this, anywhere over 300, I would say is a good, it's a good shortable place. I do think that this is going to move back. If we overtake 317, then this was just the biggest bear trap of the century. I do believe that we do have much further to go, just my own bias. But I think because these technicals are so oversold, people are probably, let's just talk about market psychology for a moment. People are euphoric on their puts. Everybody's, up 800, 900, 1,000% on their puts. And now they're like, yep, I'm just going to hold on to this for one more leg up. They're not doing any hedging. So, naturally this market is going to go back, and just the way that options work, these options are going to start losing value faster than they gain value. So you just have to be very careful with that, depending on what your expiration is and what your strike is. And we talk about this all the time on our Discord server. Our traditional channel has been extremely active talking about all of this. And, I said earlier today, I said, almost 90, not even 90 minutes into the trading session, I said, I think today is going to be a little bit of a rebound. And so far, this is the biggest green candle with 1 minute and 29 seconds. This is the biggest green candle that we have seen. I'm just looking back to see, because really this green candle has gone from 288.70 to 293.70. It may be all the way back here, this candle back here on January 4th of 2019. I think this is the biggest 4-hour candle that we have seen since then. We've had some pretty massive, nasty red candles. And in the last year, we've seen lots of green weeks, but this is by far the most significant green 4-hour candle that we've seen, I would venture to say in the last year. Now, I haven't done the analysis for every single candle in the past year, but I'm just eyeballing this so far. And this looks like, obviously this has more volume. This candle has had more volume in it than any candle prior, that I can see. So I guess what I'm saying is be careful being too overly ambitious in your shorts, because the way market psychology works is they want you to think either A, they want you to think, okay, well, the market's going down, so I'm going to start shorting. Unfortunately, I know somebody that opened up a short earlier today, and now they're down 40% in their short because basically they shorted the bottom. So you have to be careful for that. I think today was a day for calls. I don't think today was a day for puts. Now we're coming back up, we're rebounding, and I gotta believe that we're probably gonna start chopping somewhere between 285 and 300. And what that's going to do to options premiums is it's going to make that time decay really hurt them. When in actuality, it would be better to just, get out of your puts and then wait to see what the market does for the next week, because there is a good possibility that this market will rebound over the next week. Today, it may close red. Today, we may come back down here to 281. Very possible. But I do think that we are going to have a bit of a dead cat bounce. I think we're going to have a suckers rally, and I think that the sell-off is going to continue. But if you have any puts that expire anytime in March, you should be paying yourself. You should be managing your money. And just being very careful. I think today is still a good opportunity to get out. Today, in my opinion, is not a good day to get into any puts. And with calls, very, very skeptical. I would be looking to buy some equity, not any options. And then once we have our suckers rally, which will happen, it will happen. We are going to have a suckers rally. There is no doubt in my mind it's going to happen. And more than likely, it is going to come back to maybe 300 to 305, maybe 310. Like I'm really hoping for it to get up to the 50. We're going to continue. We're going to continue going down, and we are probably going to see ourselves down in the mid 200s at some point in this year. All right, again, guys, we talk about this stuff all the time in the traditional channel on our Discord server. If you want access to that, it doesn't cost you a thing. We just want to grow the community. We want to grow the knowledge and educate the community. So if you'd like to be part of that, just throw in a comment in the Discord chat. I'll be more than happy to get an invite code out for you so you can join us. And again, if you have any questions or anything, just throw that in the chat as well. Otherwise, I'll see everybody on the Discord. If this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Tell your friends, tell your grandparents, tell your aunts and uncles that we are here spreading the good word. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, good evening. Stay happy, stay healthy, and we will catch you later.